Hey guys, welcome back to K Reviews Books. Today we're going to be talking about my May hopefuls. I cannot believe we are already here. We're almost to the summer. Like, I am just shocked how quickly this year is going by. I just cannot believe it. And May is upon us, so let's get into the video. Right here, I have a stack of books. If you don't know this and you haven't watched my past videos, my goal every month is to read 10 books no matter what. It doesn't have to be anything specific, but my goal is always just to read 10 books each month. That was my goal set for the year, my bookish goal. So I like to pick out a handful of books each month and tell all of you what I plan to kind of read. I'm a heavy mood reader, so sometimes I stray from these, but this is kind of just like a basic idea of what I'm looking to read each month, especially with new releases and things that come out, and I'm excited to read. This month, when I looked into my book journal, it seems that there's only 3 releases this month. It's Lauren Asher, Danielle L. Jensen, and then also Rachel Gillage. So we have 3 books coming out, so I can pick a little extra more. April was a heavy book release month. In April, we had Lila Sage, Lauren Roberts, Kaylee Smith. Yeah, we had a lot. We had so many good books come out, and I'm like really behind, because if you don't follow me on my other socials, Instagram and TikTok, I have been obsessed with the Eden series on my Kindle, but I kind of paused off the 3rd book because I'm currently reading Lila Sage's new book, Wild and Wrangled. So I took a little pause from that, but sometimes I run into a problem when I'm on my Kindle, because I sometimes get in moods where, like, I don't know if anybody else is like this, but I get into moods where, like, I'm obsessed with reading on my Kindle, and then in a month from now, I won't touch my Kindle for like weeks. And it's like back and forth. Like, I love reading physical books, and then I don't, and I'm on my Kindle, and then it's just vice versa, you know? So that's how I've been lately, and this month I'm heavy on my Kindle, especially with this Eden series, and I'm absolutely loving it. So I just took like a quick break to read Wild and Wrangled by Lila Sage, her new release, and then once I'm done with that, I'm getting right back into the Eden series to finish off April. I'm hoping to finish the 3rd and 4th book before the end of the month, and that will be that. So anyway, let's get into my May hopefuls. Things first is Enchantra by Kaylee Smith. This is an anticipated read for me. This book came out in April, and I have yet to pick it up. I have been dodging spoilers left and right, okay? I'm doing really good. So I think the first book I want to read in May is Enchantra, because I'm just scared that I'm gonna get this book spoiled on myself, and if it was up to me, I'd just put it down and like wait until I'm ready to read it, but because of the fact that things get spoiled so easily, I feel like I just need to pick this up. And yeah, so I'm super excited for Enchantra by Kaylee Smith. This is a fantasy romance. If you have not read Phantasma, that is the first book in this series, but I believe it's an interchangeable series, meaning that the first book was different characters and the second book will be someone else. I don't know who. I believe it's her sister, which is the next book. So yes, I'm super excited for this book. Next, which we're pushing fantasy, guys. We're moving up in the world. You guys know, if you watch my other videos, Onyx Storm completely destroyed me of any sort of fantasy reading. I have not been able to pick up a fantasy book in months, since January, and Onyx Storm put me in such a major slump, and then I read Lauren Roberts' last fantasy book, which was Fearless. So now I'm in my fantasy era again, I feel like. So, you know, Enchantra by Kaylee Smith, but now we have Watch Me, which is a part of the Shatter Me series. This is a jump, I believe, into the future, and I am so excited to be back with Erin Warner. And just look at how beautiful this book is. Like, insane. I haven't really opened it either, but it's so beautiful, and I cannot wait to read this. I haven't read this book Oh, I love how like on the inside it's like iridescent. Anyway, I love this series. I read this series when I first got on Book Talk, and I read this series within 6 days. I crushed this series, so I'm just excited to be back. I absolutely love this series, and I'm excited to see where we go from here. Next up is a Barnes & Noble exclusive that I got by Tessa Bailey. This is Dream Girl Drama. I've never read anything by Tessa Bailey, but I kept seeing this all over my TikTok page, and I was like, it's got cute edges, so like why not? And it's a floppy paperback. I believe it's just like a hockey romance. And they say it's like Netflix rom-com. So I'm like super excited. If you don't know this, I was never, ever into rom-com-y romance. And then I read The Pumpkin Spice Cafe, and it was so legendary. So I've been super into finding books that make me feel like I do when I read the Pumpkin Spice Cafe books. I think they're called the Dream Harbor books. Super good. Love those books. So I'm hoping this is like super fun romancy book. Next is another new release from May, which is In Good Company by Kat Singleton. I have not read a Kat Singleton book yet. I received a Kat Singleton book in my Hello Lovely box, and I heard her books are absolutely amazing. I see her all over TikTok, all over Bookstagram. So I bought her new release, which is In Good Company. I had it pre-ordered, so I'm super excited for this, and I just know it's gonna be fun. I heard Kat Singleton is just like wild, so super excited for this story. And yeah, I'm like I said, I'm in my romance era. I don't really care. I've been loving romance. I've been out of fantasy for a good minute, so it has been my crutch. So yeah. Next is Abby Jimenez, Say You'll Remember Me, and this is the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition with the cute little inside going on, you know, and I just am super excited to read this. I've read a handful of Abby Jimenez's books, and this is something that I want to read. The only thing is there's a book I think before this, and I don't know how they're connected. Let me look. Let's see. Oh, it just says also by. Okay. So this book, Say You'll Remember Me, I've heard great things. I keep watching Book Talk and BookTube, and they have been talking about this book nonstop. And yeah, so I just need to pick this up already and read it. And I feel like this is a perfect introduction into the summertime, because I feel like Abby Jimenez and Carly Fortin are like the perfect summer book authors, like those two, and then on top of it Emily Henry. Like if you want to get into a summer vibe, that's who you read. So I'm super excited for this, and I feel like reading this in May is like the perfect time, because in Pennsylvania like the weather's still kind of like wishy-washy, like are we gonna get snow? I don't know, you know, so maybe this will bring beautiful weather. I don't know, but yeah. So Abby Jimenez, Say You'll Remember Me, this is on my to be read for May. Last but certainly not least is Geneva Rose's The Perfect Divorce. If you know, you know I'm in my Geneva Rose era. I'm absolutely loving all of her books. This is all I need to read, and I am fully caught up on Geneva Rose's stories until her zombie romance comes out at the end of this year. But she writes thriller books, if you do not know, and The Perfect Divorce is the second book in this series, I guess you could call it. The first book is called The Perfect Marriage, and the wife is a lawyer. She catches her husband cheating, and they want to make it work, but then his mistress turns up murdered. Who can it be? I won't spoil the first book. But anyway, The Perfect Divorce follows him on trial, him in prison, and her being his lawyer. And if you finish the first book, you know what she said to him at the end. So I'm super excited to see where this goes and to be back in this world. And just look at the cool sprayed edges with the blood dripping down. It's just so neat. I absolutely love the detail of this book, and I just cannot wait to start it. I mean, look at this. Wait. Look how neat. I absolutely love it. I love Geneva Rose, and I cannot wait to read this story. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was my May hopefuls. I hope you enjoyed this. Like I said, there's not a lot. I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books because we have 3 coming out. And again, I'm such a heavy mood reader, so I like to gauge what I could possibly read this month. But I also leave room to change things. And again, my goal each month is to read 10 books. So I think starting off with 6 books as like a goal is a good way to go, and then just moving from there, because again, you have seen what's on my TBR cart and it is hefty. It is a lot. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one.